This is John Black, super chemist. I'm going to put below the description, in the description, these people's names. This guy is Michael Knowles from YouTube.
So I just came out to my students. I've been wanting to do this for the past 2 years.
What'd she do?
I'm like so emotional. And I just haven't had the courage to do it.
She came out?
Out of fear of judgment, mostly from their parents. But I had these kids in 4th grade, and now I have them in 6th, and I'm sending them to middle school, and I love these kids so much, and I trust them, and they make me feel safe, and I know they love me, and it just felt right, and I did it, and it was so beautiful.
I want you to keep in mind, these people, their job is not to, just think if you came out and you were straight, like you were gay all your life, and then you know, because you're bisexual right on the line, now you're going to be sleeping with women. You go into class, hey kids, hey 5-year-olds, I'm sleeping with women now. I have sex with women instead of men. We'd all be like, this is crazy.
They had so many questions, which I loved. They wanted to learn, and they wanted to learn about me, and they were so eager, and a few of them clapped, which was so precious.
Okay, so the problem here is not even that this woman is a lesbian. I assume she's a lesbian. I guess these days you can come out as like a stop to be fired.
You want to know why he brought? You want to know why he brought the Trump flag in? Why? So I'm going to say this politically correct, to make a lot of the African American kids mad. So that was his motive. Do you support him now?
So he's racist.
Yes. And then everyone here supporting him, free Colton. His best friend is what? Fake news.
Do you hear that? He says his best friend is black, and all the kids are yelling, he ain't even racist.
What? Are you going to Trump racist? His best friend is what? Fake news. What? Are you going to Trump racist? Trump brings out racism. I don't care. And try to support to get out of here.
Okay, so this teacher, front runner.
You also are fired.
My classroom is one of the gayest places probably on the planet. Everything is completely covered in rainbows. I've got flags everywhere. I've got queer literature, because I want every student that I have to know that being queer is something that I am proud of, something that is not a secret in my life. It's something that I care about and something that connects me to other people. I'll end by saying that for me, being visibly queer is a non-negotiable. I introduced myself this year with my pronouns immediately. It was one of the first things that students learned about me. And I'm going to continue to gently correct 250 people every single day, because my identity is a critical part of who I am. So if education is something that you want to pursue, I recommend being steadfast and being committed to being out as an educator if it's something that you feel safe doing. It has a huge impact for students, and it's something that I've never regretted.
Okay, so this woman is obviously very confused.
I feel like I had to learn the concept of chosen families really young, and it wasn't anything to do with my queerness, but just based on the fact that I didn't have the love at home that I needed, and I knew that I was valuable and deserved it, so I found it on my own early on. And, you know, I shouldn't be blamed for that, because blood still exists. You were never there for me, and I found my own love, and that's okay, and I think everybody should be allowed to do that, and that's what I fucking teach in the classroom, okay? I always say give it to your friend, not your mom, because your mom.
Whew. Okay, let's pause there for a second. There's a lot to unpack here. I mean, first and foremost, I want to be compassionate to this young woman and say that she's clearly at a state of mental crisis. But to package that as something that kids should be doing in preschool, school kids are dealing with.
And I don't know, I just am so sad. I am so sad, and I hate my sister. She's a that's all I have to say.
That's my major problem with school. I really don't do anything unless I actually want to do it.
So this caption says, the only thing these Florida kids are learning from me is be gay. Education is in a really weird place right now. I don't know what else to say here. You know, Florida is gonna get a whole nother thing to unpack here. This is just not a good sign. What I see when I'm watching the video to a school, what that school is meant to do is teach their kid how to read, write, learn math. Idea of teaching kids how to learn, but with the idea of injecting their own agenda, their own trauma, and their own need to vicariously live through other individuals into the classroom. And it's interesting that in this video,
let's read this. The teacher is saying, Trump sucks. This is my classroom. Most of all, your parents are dumber than you. I'm going to say that out loud. That's the teacher.
And it's interesting that in this video, she speaks to the kids and tells them that they shouldn't go to their mom with this sort of stuff. Go to friends, because F mom, she says in this video. Just because you had that relationship with your mother and with your parental figure does not mean that every other child is dealing with that. So to prescribe your solution to other children who may or may not be going through that same issue is fundamentally wrong. And she speaks about this idea of acceptance and finding.
And this is Amala. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's very popular. Everyone knows who she is. This is Matt Walsh. Everyone knows who he is.
Here you are. You missed our royal ball. We met the most amazing princess. But they ran away, and all they left behind was this.
Everyone, there's something I need to tell you. The princess who came to your ball tonight was me.
But Gonzo, why didn't Rue tell us?
Because you all expected me to look a certain way. I don't want you to be upset with me, but I don't want to do things just because that's the way they've always been done either. I want to be me.
Oh, Gonzo, we're sorry. It wasn't very nice of us to tell you what to wear to our ball. You are a friend, and we love you any way you are.
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah. See, this is why it's so important to have a father in the home. It's clear that Gonzo doesn't have a father in the home to say, hey, take that thing off. You look stupid. Get that thing off of you.
Take that ridiculous thing off.
Oh. Wait, I missed one here.
Look at all these families! Hi, families! It's time for a pride parade. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two mommies. They love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Families marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. Trans members of this family all love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Come join the fun!
This, by the way, is a show for preschoolers. Okay, like 3-year-olds. Pushing drag queens and pansexuals. Do you know what a typical plot for Blue's Clues used to be? Steve, who it was the guy, he would lose his glue stick, and he'd have to find it.
This is AMIR Odom.
Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha! You can't get married. Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
First off, they led that up to think that they're gonna say, oh, like, 2 guys can't get married, but they led it up to race. These little kids are not going down the slides and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I want to marry you when I get older. They're just best friends having a good time at the park, and why can't we leave it at just that? Why do we have to push this idea, oh yeah, let's get married when we get older, like married and get married, and all of this is like a false idea of what goes down on the playground.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist. Cut. Okay, people, we just need to get coverage. We'll start again in 5.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life.
Whoa there.
Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know.
Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes. But you gotta realize it hurts to deal with racism. And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it.
You're right. I can do that.
I'm just lost. Like, this is actually on Cartoon Network. Yes, racism exists. Did I go through some racist things in middle school? Yeah, I did. Everyone gets bullied. This is the thing. Should we, like, advocate to not be bullies? For sure. I'm just confused, y'all.
You kids better work on this before the wedding.
Whoa, that's just
We're just actors. We only just met today.
That was so weird. The little wink, like, oh, you gotta be ready for the marriage.
This one has a penis. It's a boy. This one has a vulva. It's a girl. Congratulations.
Whoa. Let's hit the brakes, people. The way your body looks on the outside is only part.
Notice how a child is telling the adults, even a doctor, what's true and what isn't. Now kids are going to think that, oh, kids know more than doctors and adults.
Of the story.
What?
Stay with me, gang. This is important. Hi, little one. Your sex refers to your physical body parts, remember? But there is also something called gender, which is how you feel inside your body and who you know yourself to be.
You know, no, pause. You know what that's called? It's called a personality. We need to just get rid of this idea of gender and just have personality. There's male if you have a penis, there's women if you have a vagina, there's intersex if you intersex, and then we keep it pushing. Other than that, it's literally your personality.
And your gender, how you feel on the inside, doesn't always match the sex you were called when you were born.
Okay.
Let's say you were born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside. In that case, your sex and your gender match.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Okay. Myself where I am, okay, I'm a boy who likes girly things sometimes. That's chill, that's fine, that's okay.
I gotta call Buster. Hey, Arthur. Hey, Buster. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I just watched it. It was awful. I can't believe someone would be hurt like that just because they're black.
I'm sorry, Buster's so cute. Him snacking on the carrot just because they're black? No. I'm sorry, George Floyd is not deceased right now. It was not racially motivated. It's not because he's black.
Black. Racism is so unfair. No one should ever judge someone by the color of their skin.
Agreed. I agree. No one should ever judge someone on the color of their skin. But guess...
I was talking to Mrs. McGrady the other day. She said there's a really long history of black people not being treated fairly in this country. It has to stop. We have to do something.
What can we do? I mean, I'm 8. I can't even fry an egg on my own.
I don't know.
Exactly. Like, let these kids be kids. Why are we involving these kids in race, having them pick sides, this, and that? Let the kids...
Okay. Yes, I saw the video too. And let me tell you, it made my blood boil.
Me too. It also made me scared. I mean, this happened in our neighborhood.
It is scary, Buster. But you should know that a lot of grown-ups are fighting racism and working hard to keep us all safe.
Why does this keep happening, Mrs. McGrady?
Well, racism is like a disease. If you don't treat it, it's just going to get worse.
Wait, if racism is a disease, can I get it?
Buster, don't worry. This isn't about you.
Actually, it is. It's about all of us. It's not...
I thought she was going to say because you're white. I'm going to leave this white rabbit alone.
Enough to just say, I'm not racist. It's not my problem. We have to actively fight against racism. As my friend John Lewis once said, if you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something about it.
So, what can we do?
Well, one of the most important things is what you're doing right now.
Eating carrot sticks?
I mean, talking about it. Talk about racism with your friends, your parents, your teachers. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, keep talking about racism and keeping it alive.
Keep it alive, keep it alive, keep talking about it, keep talking about it, keep talking about it. It's the only way we can keep racism alive.